you're saying that who can it be? I have a lot of suitors, I don't know who to choose from. And we also have singles among us that are saying that there's no even suitor, say nobody is coming. Nobody is coming, and they want to know who is coming. They want to know, okay, what should I look out for in the coming person? And number three is, we have people that have one suitor that has been coming regularly and disturbing them. I like you, I do this, and you're looking like, okay, if I now ask this one to go now, what of if another person do not come? Or as a brother, you're saying that these sisters have been following her life for the past 1 year, asking her to accept, and this sister is not accepting. Should I give up? Should I sit down? Should I say, okay, that's all, I'm tired of doing this? Okay, so you want to know what to do. So we're looking at what should I do as a finder? What should I do as a findee? Let's look at biblical examples of finding those people who found their wife and how it came to be. Number one is Adam and Eve. Did he find? He did not. But Adam was just sitting down. And God said, it is not good that this guy that has been walking and naming everybody, naming all the animals, all the fishes in the sea, naming everybody, doing all sorts of work in the garden. It is not good for this man to be alone. And God said, let me make him a helper that is suitable for him. And God made him sleep deeply. And from his rib, from his side, he took out his rib and made unto him Eve. And it was God himself that brought him to him. Eve said, I love that guy. I want you to impact his life. And eventually, we know all that happened. But God was the first person that brought a wife to Adam. First person that brought Eve to Adam. Genesis chapter 2, verse 22. And we have Isaac and Rebekah. Abraham sent his oldest servant. The Bible did not mention the name of this guy. He sent his oldest. And when you hear oldest, that means somebody that you can trust. Somebody that son. It is easy for both of us to link our children together. That's what they do in some parts in Nigeria. The father of this and the father of that are friends who come together and say, this is my girl, she's a good girl, this is my son, he's a good boy. Please let us come together. So who is the father of the finder here? God. So if you have a close-knit relationship with God, He will watch out for you. He will look for that man that has your interest at heart and put your desire in the heart of that brother and say, go and look for this sister. And until he sees you, he won't be able to sleep. He won't be okay. And he will say that, no, I have to look for this sister. The Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6 talks about trusting God, with all your heart, and He will direct your path. When you trust and put all of your trust in God, you put everything in God and say, God, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to have a close relationship with you. What I want is just you. God will put your desire in the heart of a brother that He knows that will fulfill His purpose concerning your life. So all things will work together for your good if you love God, if you are called according to God's purpose. And number 2 is avoid desperation. See, whether you like it or not, when a brother sees a sister, they know that this sister is desperate. Whether you like it or not, it shows. You might not know that it's showing, but it shows that you're desperate. A guy beats you, say, and that's not who you are. You start doing over nice, over this, over, because you are looking for a brother. You want the whole world to know that you're nice, you are this and all that. So you have to be careful to avoid desperation. Then love yourself. Please love yourself. It's easier to love someone that already loves themselves. If you don't love yourself, you are telling the other person that treat me the way I treat myself. So the reason why sisters are being treated wrongly is because they are treating themselves wrongly. So please, first of all, you come first after God. Love yourself, pamper yourself. Then forget the past. It is obvious that you're still holding on to the past. You look at a brother, he's talking to you, say, he Dari, no, Shiman, sorry. That's how Dari talks. That's how John talks. That's how he came. And that was the same thing he was saying to me before he now broke my heart. You've not forgotten your past. Please leave the past in the past. And learn wisdom. Proverbs 31 verse 26. Proverbs 31, 26. Learn wisdom. As a woman, learn wisdom. As a babe, learn wisdom. Proverbs 31, 26. It says, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. She opens her mouth with wisdom. Many of us, as young ladies, as young women, when you talk, what do people see? Foolishness, stupidity. You need to learn how to talk with wisdom. Let people want to listen to you. Whether you like it or not, all these brothers, they talk to each other. Even if you think, if brothers are not close, they still talk about sisters within themselves. Say, that one, she's just fine. Just let her open her mouth, rubbish. They're watching you. Learn wisdom. Learn to talk. Know when to keep quiet. Know when to listen. Know when to talk. Learn wisdom as a sister. And number 6, work on yourself. Spiritually, physically, in every area of life. Smell good, look good. Work on yourself. You are the first person after God. You matter. You matter a lot. You're so beautiful. You're so unique. And you're needed here. You're needed on this planet. If not for that, you will not be here. So know that you matter a lot. Work on yourself. Then serve God and others. Serve. We have started seeing service as how would I call it? Slavery. Service is not slavery. Serve people, serve others. And seek guidance, like the guys do. Seek guidance for people that are mature. Tell them, what am I doing wrongly? Ask questions and be ready to listen. Be ready when they tell you that this is what I need you to work on about yourself. Be ready to listen to them. And be findable. Be findable. You know, you can lose something and you will look for that thing for 3 years, and that thing will just be very close to you. One day you just be sleeping and you are like, I've been looking for this thing for 3 years and it's right beside me. So be findable. Don't be in obscurity. Show yourself out. I'm not saying that show yourself out by living out your image and showing everything that God has given to you. Show yourself and let people see in you. Go to places that you will find a finder. You go to church, you go around friends, go out. Be findable. Don't be in your house Monday to Friday inside your bedroom and saying that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. God is sending someone to find you in your bedroom. They won't see you. So please come out. Don't be obscure. And lastly, do not be lured by physical attributes and possessions. Don't look at what people have. Don't look at what the guy has. I know that when they ask many of us to give us a list of what you want from a guy, number 1 is rich, number 2 is wealthy. We know that rich and wealthy are linked to rich, wealthy, as a company. Some people will even put the money they want to have in his bank account as 30 million naira. Excuse me. So we don't need to be lured by physical attributes. That tall, dark, and handsome is old school. That tall, dark, and handsome, it doesn't happen again. Please look for a godly man, a man that loves God, a man that wants to serve God, and go and be findable.